When white smoke was seen coming from the Sistine Chapel back in May, it wasn't long before the Archdiocese of New Orleans realized something special happened.
Within probably 24 hours, there was information about his connection to New Orleans.
Research archivist Sarah Waits says that connection to Pope Leo XIV turned into a deep dive through centuries of church records, uncovering generations of family ties in the Crescent City.
I spent the next few weeks finding records within our sacramental records, so baptisms, marriages, funerals, and was really able to trace his ancestry through Louisiana back about 200 years to the early 1700s.
Those records from the Pope's mother's side fill in a lineage back to his fifth great-grandparents. 19 ancestors have been identified as free people of color, while records show other relatives were born enslaved. Those discoveries inspired this exhibit at the Old Ursuline Convent Museum on Charter Street.
We had the whole exhibit installed by the end of June. So yeah, I would say that we spent a lot of time, fast and furious, and got a lot of work done.
The result is a deeply local story with global meaning.
You have called me.
One that highlights the Pope's connection to families who lived, loved, and worshipped in New Orleans for generations.
I think just having that tie to someone who has such an important role within the Catholic faith, and with New Orleans being such a Catholic city, it really just makes us feel like we're part of this much larger international community.
Although born in Chicago and known as the first Pope from the United States, his position on the world stage notably comes with Creole ancestry.
We heard he's the Pope from Chicago, but as it turns out, he's kind of the Pope from Louisiana.
A place so full of his history that makes the present so important. Mike McDaniel, WWL, Louisiana.
Well, the exhibit Rooted in Faith is open to the public, and it's just one part of the much larger museum. Self-guided and group tours are available. That is really cool that they were able to trace it that far back.
Do you think Chicago's like,
yeah,
no, it's not as ours.
I'm sure
like,
they are.
And yet
listen, New Orleans.
Yet the battle between us and Chicago
continues.
Yes, it continues.
I just love the fact that the day he was named, we already knew he had a New Orleans connection within like an hour.
Oh, come on, pre-dose.
It was like
It's
within minutes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
already knew he had a Louisiana connection.
We already knew he was with us. Okay, we understand.
Right.
All right.